Hello, ladies. I think we are live. How are we all doing? Pop your question in as we go along, and I'll answer as I go through this live and towards the end. I'm super excited for today's live. Took me a while to get it. I got a new webcam. I had the Insta 360 link to see, and it was amazing. Then it didn't work because the Mac update, there was a new software to update on Mac. And so I updated that. Then it no longer works. So I'm like, oh gosh, have this amazing webcam. It no longer works. So now I'm using some Amazon webcam and it's showing that I'm flipped. Apparently I can't flip the other way. So this is how we're going to watch this video. I'm just going to go with it. But in today's training, we're going to talk all about how to get rich by doing less. Right? Do less and you will get more, ladies. So many of you ladies are working like men, right? You are exhausting yourself, overly exerting yourself, doing all the things, working overtime. And a lot of you ladies like to stay busy, packing your calendar with all the things to do. I'm going to post this. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to create this video. I'm going to create this content. And in your 9 to 5 as well, you're going above and beyond. Even like so many times I remember my 9 to 5, so many people will try to push your boundaries. Oh, can you do this for me last minute? Oh, like, could you finish this up? Oh, like we have a really like last minute deadline. We got to get it done and you have to stay overtime. How many of you ladies find yourself in that situation? And in business as well, thinking that, oh, I need to work more hours, I need to do more things, then I'll get better and faster results. I'll earn more money by doing that. Right? You are acting like the metal, not the magnet. What does that mean? Right? So if you are the magnet, things come to you, right? You attract things. When you are the metal, you are chasing things, right? You're scrambling to get the thing, right? You're obsessed about the thing. This is the goal. This is the idol. This is God. And I'm scrambling there, right? Are you the metal or are you the magnet? Right? A lot of the times we're adding so much noise to our business, right? Working overtime, exhausting ourselves, burning ourselves out, and getting barely any results in return. The ROI is not nearly as much time, effort, right? Investment that you have put in. You are basically the guinea pig on the hamster wheel, churning, 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 churning. Doing more, doing more, doing more. Right? You have been programmed and conditioned to wear this badge of honor, right? Because you are working so hard, because you are doing this, right? You are doing more. You are a valuable asset to the world, right? You should earn more money. You should receive more thanks, more accolades, be more successful, right? You feel like you're entitled to it because you've worked so hard for it. But money doesn't work like that, ladies. Money does not care how much you work. Money does not care how much experience you have, how many hours that you have grinded and you have put in. Money does not care at all. Right? Money cares about if you feel like you are worthy and you're deserving and you are playing at the frequency of money, of abundance, of overflow. Right? Are you working for money or is money working for you? Right? Do you believe if you work more, you should receive more thanks, more like I'm more successful, right? You wear this badge of honor that I did it. Like I grinded for years. I saw no results for a long time, right? I earned this, right? If that were the case, why there's so many hardworking people still earning minimum wage, right? The wealthiest people in the world barely work. Right? Maybe they delegate, maybe they do the things that they like and they're earning thousands, millions, billions, right? The most hardworking people putting in the most time are the people who are doing laborious work, working overtime, 80 hours a week, over 100 hours per week. Ladies, you have to remember, you are the queen. You're royalty, right? You are sitting on the throne. And how does a queen act? She orders, she delegates, right? She asks and she receives, right? She wants grapes. She has people feeding her grapes. She's got her servants feeding her grapes, right? You know, when you see in movies and TV shows, when it's dinner time, lunchtime, they have a giant long ass table and they're sitting at the end, right? And then there's like turkey, there's ham, there's grapes, there's a whole bunch of fruits, a whole bunch of everything, right? That the whole kingdom, all the farmers have grown the vegetables, have the cows, the goats, they have a whole bunch of cheese, everything laid out for her. She don't got to do a thing. She sits at the head of the table. She gets whatever she wants. Bring me the wine, right? Give me the pie over there, and someone will grab that for her, right? Think of yourself as royalty, ladies, right? You are the center of the universe. You are the main character, and do not let anyone else tell you otherwise, right? Her subjects, the townspeople, the farmers, her knights, right? Her army, they all work for her, right? They bring her the best produces, the best fabrics, right? The best meat, anything she wants, right? They keep the kingdom running and flourishing. They do everything for her. So every time you overwork, ladies, you are doing all the things in your business, in your 9 to 5. Maybe you're going for interviews. You're trying to find another job, and you are applying to 50 different places. What are you doing? You are overworking. I'm going to give you an example in a little bit. My personal example of how I landed 6-figure jobs so many times, right? A little bit later. But you are acting like a peasant, ladies, a peasant. You are no longer the queen. The queen, what does she do? She delegates. She asks what she wants. I want grapes. I want the meat. I want the nice turkey, right? She asks and she receives. You are acting like a peasant, right? Every time you overwork, every time you are the metal, right? Not the magnet. You are the source. You are the God. You are royalty, ladies. You have knocked yourself off the throne. You're no longer the queen anymore, right? Right? You're doing all the things, being busy, working extra hard. What role is that? The farmer, the peasant, the subjects, the knight, her subjects. You're no longer the queen, right? You've turned into the farmer, right? You turn into one of the townspeople, right? The queen asks and she gets exactly what she wants. People work for her, just like money works for you, not the other way around, right? When you are working hard, you are working for money. Listen to that again. Listen to that again. When you are working hard, you are working for money. And when you are cool, you're calm, you're collected, right? You believe things just easily, effortlessly come to you, just like, oh yeah, I want the grapes. The grapes is delivered. I want the grapes to be fed to me. The grapes is fed to you, right? You attract whatever you want without any effort, ladies, right? Money works for you. You have to remember that, right? Another example, a CEO. He delegates, right? He makes important decisions for the company. He doesn't actually do all the accounting, all the marketing, right? He doesn't actually in the works doing the creation of the daily tasks, right? He doesn't do the shipping, the processing, the ins and out of the business. He oversees everything, right? He has meetings with people, right? He may be making multiple 6 figures, millions as a CEO, billions as a CEO, right? And what does the janitor do? Janitor cleans. It's laborers. They're cleaning all the bathrooms, taking out the trash. They're doing all the things, right? Are you the CEO or are you the janitor? Are you the queen or are you the farmer? Right? Are you the magnet or are you the metal? Right? Every time you do all the things, you are the janitor at the very bottom. Right? Not putting down janitors or anything, but I'm giving you an analogy of how money works. It does not matter if you're working a lot, you're barely going to make any money. Or the ROI of how much time, effort, energy you are putting in. Maybe you invested money, right? Maybe you have 3 freaking jobs, right? There's always going to be a cap, right? So many people with laborious jobs that are hard, strenuous, exhausting, right? They're earning minimum wage. Not a coincidence. The people earning the most money in the world, right? They're barely doing anything. Barely doing anything. And maybe they're just doing what they love and they get paid to exist. Right? How much time you're putting in, how much energy, how much sacrifice, what you've been giving up, right? And you barely see a return, right? And you sacrifice your sanity, your health, your sleep, right? But to barely earn more. Maybe you earn a couple bucks more, right? Maybe you're getting a pinch of what you're actually putting in because you have been doing too much, ladies. The yin and the yang is not balanced. So when you are too much in your yang, which is your masculine, right? So look at this analogy. When you're too much in your masculine, you're tipping over here, right? And over here, what's left is your yin, which is your feminine. And you only receive in your feminine, right? So when you are too much in your masculine, in your yang, you can't receive that much. But when you're in your feminine, look at how much you receive. All of this. It's a bit of trigonometry here, ladies. When you are in your feminine, you're leaned back. And look at how much space, right here, spaciousness right here, of you to receive. When you're in your masculine, there's just a little gap here of how much you can receive. And like I mentioned, the more you work, boop, 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 boop. Wow, you're really in your masculine now. You're really overworking yourself. And look how little you can receive left. Maybe 20%. The less you work, the more you earn. Okay? The less you work, the more you earn. And you can only receive when you are in your yin, which is your feminine. So now I want to talk about how do we actually put this in practice, right? So in business, only do things that are so aligned for you, that you intuitively feel like, oh my God, I really want to talk about this. Just like this video right now. I was like, I really want to share it because so many people just don't get this. And I learned this from a very young age. And I noticed people like, damn, the people earning the most, right? They're doing what they love and it's so easy and effortless for them. And they're delegating. They have employees, right? Or they have offers that are scalable. And they're doing 20%, right? 20% of aligned action. And then 80% is just receive, getting paid to exist every single second of the day. So if you are a business owner right now, or you want to start your business, this is what you need to learn and what you need to embody and to remember. Only do things when you have that ping, that download of like, oh, I need to talk about this topic, this offer, or like when you get the ping of like, I want to talk about this topic in a video, in a live, or create a piece of content, a piece of like a reel or whatever, any piece of content, whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. When you feel the pull, you do it, right? You talk about it and you go ham on it, you go all out, right? When you don't, you do nothing. You do nothing. Don't do anything, ladies. You don't get frantic of like, I need to post. Like, don't post just to post, ladies. Don't just do things just to stay busy. Don't do things just to fill your calendar. What are you doing now? Oh, you're more in your masculine. How much can you receive? Very little, right? Don't do a bunch of email campaigns, automations, do multiple posts, multiple videos a week just because you want to like quantity, right? Stop thinking in quantity. It's not the more you do, right? It's the potency, the frequency of when that divine download comes through and it's aligned, so aligned, like your whole body's like, this is what I need to talk about. And it's the feeling of when you know, when you like, you're just like, I was born to do this. I need to speak about this, right? And you just feel like, oh, it's like locked in. That's when, like, it's God frequency. That is when, like, you are taking inspired, aligned action. And this is like information from the quantum field, from the universe. This is the fastest way to your goal, right? When it gives you ideas, downloads, it's literally telling this is the fastest way to you earning the amount of money you want to earn, fastest way for you to succeed, fastest way to you to get your goal, your manifestation. This is what I want you to do. So many people ignore this and they do something else. And they ignore this and they do this, but they don't even do this. Or maybe they do that, but then do this, and they're full in their masculine, they barely receive. Right? You are way more productive doing nothing than doing all the things that you don't actually want to do. That's like, oh, so exhausting. Like, I have to write freaking emails. Oh, I have to post multiple times a day. Oh, right? You should not be feeling that way. When I post, it's so aligned. Like, I need to share this message. I'm just like jacked up. I'm just so like excited to share this. That's when the clients will come. That's when it will hit home. That's when it will be mic drop. That's when your transmissions, your message is received so much bigger, more potently by your audience. And that's when it will trigger them to invest in you, to make sales, right? You are always training how you want money to come through. Right? If you keep working longer hours, you keep doing all the things in your business, right? You're going to keep attracting reality where you need to do all the things to receive, to make sales, to sign clients, right? Where you're going to attract a reality where you have to do certain things, work certain hours, long hours, have to do this to receive a certain outcome, right? Money, opportunity, success, right? Through only working hard, working to exhaustion, having no time, no spaciousness, no freedom in your calendar. So ask yourself, how do you want money to come in? Do you want it to be easy, effortless, so aligned? Well, guess what? You got to act in that way. You act in a very easy, right? Lots of spaciousness in your calendar, very soul aligned. You're only going to act when the downloads, when the ping comes in and you like go. That's when you go. When it's like, oh, you want to rest, you want to play, you play, right? And during those times, right, I guarantee that's when you're going to receive. Like yesterday, all I did yesterday was go to the gym, do lower body, right? I received 4 figures yesterday. Just went to the gym. And then I watched Physical Asia on Netflix, which is so good. You guys should watch that. If you watch the previous 2 Physical 100s, it's a South Korea game show, all of that. The best fitness Olympic people in Asia, and they all compete. Really good. It's like Squid Game, but for fitness. So basically, yesterday, all I did was go to the gym, do lower body, right? Eat some nice meals, went shopping, and watched some TV shows, and I made 4 figures. Right? It just on my phone, 4 figures, thousands of dollars sent to my bank account. Right? You will always receive when you are in your feminine. Right? You have to train yourself and trust that your soul-aligned actions, your intuition, the potent downloads and ideas that come through, right, is the fastest route to success, to money. It's why it's so important to come home to you, to have a strong connection with yourself, right? When you have a strong connection with yourself, you develop that intuition, that gut feeling of this is what I got to do. And you do it, right? And that leads you to people, to opportunities, to money, to clients, out of nowhere. Like I've told this in another video where I literally got $8,000 from my landlord, right? I didn't even need to go anywhere. Got $8,000 from her, right? And she invested in me because I was a graphic designer. And I just said, oh, yeah, I'm a graphic designer. And she's like, oh, yeah, I need to do my branding, my website, blah, blah. Can you do that? I'm like, sure. This is how much it is. And she just paid it, right? I didn't even need to go anywhere. Like, I literally just moved in to the freaking house. They $8,000, right? So you will be doing 20% of the work, micro actions, right? Where it'll feel like you're just going about your day. You're just resting, playing, natural. Ideas flow through. You just act on those ideas naturally, right? It won't feel like strenuous work on those ideas. It'll feel like that's just an extension of what you would naturally do, naturally talk about. That is why I talked about getting paid to exist is one of the most profitable, highly compensatable, not even a word, like route to success, because you are just being you. And when you are just being you, that is the most effortless way money can come through. There's no resistance. If you're pushing yourself, the 99% of the world are in jobs that they hate. And guess where the income is capped at? Usually 80,000, usually 100,000 or less than that, right? There'll always be a cap when there's massive resistance. And how many entrepreneurs, multimillionaires, billionaires, they're doing what they love. Extensions of them. Maybe they start a clothing line. Maybe they start like selling products, skincare line, right? Coaching, whatever it is. They're doing what they love, what they naturally talk about, right? What they naturally love doing. Tennis players, they naturally love playing tennis, right? Golf players, golf players, they naturally love doing that. Any sport, right? When you are doing what you love, that is the highest frequency of where money can flow through. That's where you're a match to all of it. So you're playing at 20% as in output of your inspired actions, aligned actions, 20% work, right? Which again will feel like rest, like play, very natural extension of you. And that will get 200% results. So the easier you make money, ladies, the easier and faster money will flow to you. So I'm going to say it again. The easier you make money, the easier and faster it will flow to you. Right? So many of us have been programmed, right? You can't make money doing what you love. That's just going to make you broke. A brokey, like not doing what you love, low quality of life, stagnancy in your life, lack of fulfillment, right? The more you do the things that you hate, the poorer you will be, right? Quality of life won't be at its peak. Money-wise, nervous system-wise, won't be at its peak. So start changing your beliefs, reframing how you think, ladies. Right? People who are doing a lot, right? And they earn a lot. You may see people, oh, yeah, but she's earning a lot and she's doing a lot, right? They have chosen to stay in the programming of that they must operate at still working 16 hours a week, right? To earn this amount of money. I had to learn that the hard way. I used to invest in a lot of male business owners, sales, marketing coaches, right? And you'll see that from like Gary Vee as well, right? You gotta grind 16-hour days. I did not complain. I grinded, right? And a lot of people will say, well, you haven't made it because you haven't worked for 10 years of seeing nothing yet. I'm like, 10 years, that's a lot of time that I am going to waste. 10 years, right? Took me 2 weeks to make $4,000 in my business. Like less than 3 months to then upgrade it to $15,000 USD. I ain't waiting 10 years, right? That's working like a man, right? That is going through the programming of it. I got to work to earn more, to get more success, work more hours. I don't believe that. Right? So another thing to remember, ladies, only listen to, expose yourself to, and invest in coaches, right? That you would trade lives with. You like their lifestyle. Don't trade life. Don't listen to a coach that works 16 hours a day. Even 8. I wouldn't want to learn from a coach that works even 8 hours a day. I'm not here to do another 9 to 5. I work 0 to 3 hours a day. 0 to 3 hours a day. Guess what my whole thing for today is? That's on my calendar, ladies. Is to just create this live, which is going to be an hour. I don't know how long it's going to be. It's going to be however it's going to be, because I'm just at rest. I'm just playing. I'm just like sharing what I love to talk about. All I'm doing today, ladies, on a Thursday here, right, is creating this live. And I'm like, bye-bye. Then I'll be watching my Netflix, watching my YouTube videos. Money will come in. What type of life do you want? Do not learn from coaches and expose yourself with people who keep saying, you're not working hard enough. You're not doing 8 hours, 12 hours, 14, 16 hours a day. You're learning from the wrong people. You're working like a man. And we are women here. We're here to receive, right? Tap into your feminine life force energy. So another practical that I want you to teach you, ladies, is after you do a soul line task, so when you get that ping, that download in your business or in your 9 to 5, whatever, like throughout your life, throughout your day-to-day, when you get that ping, that download, to go here, to travel here, to book the plane ticket, to create this post, whatever it is, to sell your office, I want you to do that task. So take that aligned action. So now you're you're taking that masculine action, because we always balance out masculine and feminine. You take the action, right? Then you pull back your energy. So now you're in your feminine. And now you have all of this to receive. So what do I mean by that? You take the aligned action. Then it's like, boom, the potency there. Right? Now you are the magnet. Right? And now you just lean back, you receive. So what does this mean? Once you take the action, now maybe you go for a walk. You walk your dog. You go cook something nice in the kitchen from scratch. You make banana bread, whatever you like to make. You go shopping with your friends, right? You go hang out with your mom. You go to brunch, right? You go have fun, ladies. After you do a soul-aligned action that has to do with your career, your business, your day, you go back to having fun. You don't think about it. You don't micromanage it. You don't check your emails like, has someone bought my offer? Right? Have that job that I applied to, have they returned my email? Like, have they said that they want to see me? You don't keep checking your email. No, you go have fun. So you take that aligned action, boop, which now you taking that masculine action, because yes, we need to balance that masculine action. Then you pull it all the way back. And look at here now. You have so much space to receive. You're not like this where you barely have anything. When you micromanage and you keep doing more, leaves you very little space to receive. You pull it back. Do what you love, because again, money, opportunities, abundance, overflow is in the frequency of the feminine, of play, of having fun. So now go do something fun. You do the thing, go do something fun, forget about it. And trust me when I say it always comes through. When you're out doing the thing, having fun in the city, exploring, traveling, cooking, baking, right? Watching a YouTube video, right? It became one of my beliefs. This affirmation of, I make money watching my favorite TV show. I make money watching Selling Sunset. I make money watching The Summer Turned Pretty. And lo and behold, I check my phone. Boom, boom, boom. Another membership, another person signing in my membership, another course board. Right now, $8,000, someone signed a private coaching. Right? So take the action, then pull back. And then pull back, go play, go have fun. We're here to play, to have fun, right? Feminine energy is so powerful. It's so juicy. That is where money is at, ladies. When you are in your feminine, you are now open to receiving, right? Again, most people stay in their masculine. Why? Because they have this worthiness, this programming where that's not enough. Like, I'm doing this video right now, and I'm like, yeah, I believe like I'm adding so much value, and this live is going to reach so many women that the women that's going to watch this live is going to have they need whatever I'm going to say in this, whatever I'm channeling right now. What I'm going to say is going to change their lives, right? But I believe I only make 1 to 3 videos a week on average, 1 to 2 videos a week live, where I'm just literally record, have my notes out, right? And I just talk and I riff, right? And that's enough, right? I'm not doing all the things, right? Posting on multiple different platforms, sending out emails, outreach, doing ads, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do that. That's not how I want money to come through, right? So do the things on how money is going to come through. One-on-one coach in this way is this do less way. How do you one-on-one coach in this? So I would say one-on-one coaching, it depends on your structure of one-on-one coaching. So I would add one-on-one coaching to your product suite as like a complement. Like a complement? No. What's the word for that? As a supplement. But have one too many offers as well. So one-on-one coaching, what I would do, so what I did, which I'll talk about in a couple minutes, is so in the beginning, I made private coaching $4,000, right? And then I was like, if I want to earn a lot more money, because there's always going to be like a max, a ceiling to how much you can earn with trading time when you have to be there. So I would increase your prices. So I increased from $4,000 to $15,000. So this is where you're doing less, right? But you're earning more. So that is how I would do one-on-one coaching. And I wouldn't have that. That is also what I did in my graphic design, where I was like, I just want to like work with a select few clients, but I'm just going to increase my prices. So I'm only going to attract high value premium clients. I'm not going to do like $300, even like $800, $1,000, because what? Like I need to have so many clients to earn 50K, 100K. If I want to earn 100K, if I made my private coaching $15,000, 25, even $50,000, that's why I tell you ladies, you have to start following coaches that are offering high ticket. Then it normalizes it for you, and then you calibrate to their level. They're like to their mindset, to their energy of like they're playing in the energetics of luxury, of premium, where $15,000, $50,000, $100,000, it's like normalized. So when you raise your like when you develop your relationship with money and you raise your level of like what you think is a lot, like your ceiling, and you bring it back down, it's very easy for you to price your offers a lot higher. And when you say one-on-one coach in this way, I would also have very strong boundaries. So back when I first started, I pretty much let them text me all day, every day, right? And I would like frantically, like at 9 p.m. at night, 10 p.m. at night, I'd be responding to them. So I would have really strong boundaries around when you would return, like when you would coach them back, like reply to their message. And now I only have Monday to Thursday around like 10, like a set time, 10, I think 10 to 4, 10 to 5 p.m. That is when I'll answer my clients, right? And so in this way, you are still earning a lot, right? Your value is there, but it's not so, a lot of people have the trouble of, they have the struggle of thinking like, and this used to be me too, the more time I have, like hours in a day for my coach to respond to me, that equals the amount of value I will get. Wrong, right? Yes, your coach will respond to you, but it's not how much they text you, how long the voice message they send you back, right? How long the coaching is, right? They could send literally like 4 sentences, and that could equate or even be more beneficial to a coach replying to you in a $5,000 word essay than a 4-sentence like this is what you got to do. This is how to shift your mindset. So you got to reframe your value, your own value as well. I hope that answered your question. Let me know. and I will adjust what I just done my coaching with that. Okay. So yes, so back to what I was saying. A lot of people will think that is not enough. So for example, like here I'm on live. Like a lot of people are like, okay, I gotta send out an email. I gotta post on Instagram, post on stories. Then I have to go to TikTok and do this. Then I have to do this on another platform. I just gotta do a lot, right? And it's not enough. They think if I don't do all of these stuff, yeah, sorry, no, not 4 words, like maybe 4 sentences. But yeah, it could be 4 words. Like I have had so many coaches where it'll just be like one analogy, one mindset, like one sentence, 2 sentences. And I'm like, damn, that changed my life. Compared to like listening, like that's why I, even in all my courses, and I know you're in Get Paid to Exist, I tell you, ladies, stop thinking the longer you talk in a video, like if you have a course membership, the longer you talk in a video means more value. Your clients don't need an hour of you talking, right, about a certain topic where you could deliver much more potent value in a 5 to 10 minute video, right? Don't think just because I give more means there's more value, right? If it can be a 5 to 10 minutes, it's quick, it's potent, you're to the point. They're like, damn, like that's like I don't need to waste an hour of my life. Like she got to the point, right? In that amount of time. Okay. And a lot of the times it's a lot of noise as well. So a lot of fluff. Like get to the point. Like you don't need to add so much stuff to feel like, oh, like if I add more trainings, more courses, more bonuses, then they'll feel like, oh, this course is worth it. It's worth it. It'll change their life. They don't care it's 5 to 10 minutes per training. If it changes their life and gets to the point, it's valuable, right? If you give me a $5,000 essay of like how to do something, and another person gives me like a 1 page, like do this, right? And this works more like who cares about the $5,000 essay? It's like, I don't need your whole life story. I don't need so much noise. I need you to get to the point. So when you don't believe that what you do is enough, ladies, you are acting in that lack, that frantic, that anxious energy. Like I always have to do more to get more. And it's a looping, like thing that you'll keep attracting into your life. Just like with men. Like, oh, I gotta look a certain way. Oh, I gotta perform a certain way. Like I gotta earn more money. I gotta do this before I feel worthy of a man, right? To choose me, to love me. Do you see where I'm getting here? Same thing you do with money. Same thing. It's just the same, right? So a lot of people think before they can become a coach, before they become a coach, before they feel confident enough to post a video on YouTube, before they can actually sell, right? They are thinking, I need to research about the topic more to make sure I know what I'm talking about. I need to get more certifications. I need to actually be a life coach. I actually got to do all the certifications, right? I need to make sure I gain a certain amount of followers before I can sell and put myself out there, right? This is backwards thinking, guys, backwards thinking. That is going to keep you poor and broke, right? It's going to drag out the time before the money, the success will come. You are the thing right now. You are the expert right now. You are the queen right now. You're not the peasant. You're not working for it. You're the queen. Money works for you. People work for you, right? Everything in reality conforms, right, to get you exactly what you want. Only if you remember who the F you are, right? Money doesn't come to you when you still think like you need to prove. Right? Money comes to you when you remember who the F you are, and money works for you when you remember who the F you are, not the other way around. So Michelle says, I just have to see what I share is potent as fuck. Lol. What happens if they don't get it? Like, don't understand me? So when I give the example of 5 to 10 minutes, like it doesn't have to be 5 to 10 minutes. I'm just giving the analogy of like, you don't need to make it super long, unnecessary long. Like, so in your mind, so what you are teaching use your intuition of how you would like someone to teach you. Like, so for example, if you're really good at a certain sport, and I know you I think you are doing pickleball tennis. I think it was pickleball tennis. That is what your service is about, business is about. So if you were go back 5 years, what did you need to hear? What did you need to learn? What were the mindset shifts, the strategy, the technique that if someone just gave you it, how would you like to learn it? Like what would be the most aligned, the effortless, easiest way to digest it? And I'm sure back in the day, you would have learned from coaches that gave you fluff. Like, I don't need to learn this. Like, that's not important. But now, because you're an expert, you're like, like this will work. This is the fastest way to get here. This is the mindset you need to have. This is how many weeks you should be training to get the best results. This is what you need to be eating to feel your fittest, most energized when you play tennis, pickleball, whatever, right? Through your own experience. That is how you create your trainings, your courses, your memberships, and do it in a way where it's like boom, boom, boom. Where, okay, this is what they need to know for like foundation. This is what they need to know next. This is what they need to know next. So through your own intuition, your own experience, that is how I would create. That's how I create my courses. Like, I don't need to give you a whole life story of blah, 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 blah. I just give you the best parts of like getting you the best results. So for example, like I don't like to teach so much about like so much strategy marketing, because it's really all about coming home to who you are. When you come home to who you are, you're like, any action I take, anything I do, like I own, like I'm going to be successful. Like, yeah, I'm going to raise my price. So what's more important, right? Your mindset, your self concept, not about like marketing strategy, emails, blah, blah, right? When you master this, the self-concept, the mindset of you are the queen, you're the magnet, not the metal, right? Money works for you when you work less and actually just only act on what's aligned and what you feel like, like I really want to talk about this. That's when you get results. Right. And I've done this for so many years in so many businesses. And this is what works the most. This is where you'll get the most success, most money. And I back then, 5-7 years ago, I was doing more of like, I got to post more strategy, blah, blah. I was working so many hours a day, right? It would take me 3 hours to write a carousel, 3 hours to write a carousel on Instagram, right? What I was outputting was nowhere near the input, what I was getting back. You're welcome, Michelle. I mean, yes, you can share life stories, of course, if it's like relevant for them to understand your like experiences, like just like I'm sharing with you like my experiences. I would say in your like YouTube videos as well, or like your content, wherever you're doing your content, share your life stories, your experiences, where you worked and where you are now, and the changes, the differences, like the mindset shifts, your lifestyle, everything that you need to change, what you realize, what you did wrong, how you could improve to now where you are. So you can talk about your experience with pickleball, with tennis, like where you were, how did you learn certain techniques, who did you hire, blah, 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 how you got into it. Like that all adds to your personality as well. But yeah, definitely when it comes to like the how, I would definitely make sure that you are being super like potent about it, like clear about it. Then like your audience need to watch a 3-hour video on how to do something. And I feel like a lot of times, like I've been in courses and lots of programs where I'm like, oh my God, like I just need to know what I need to know. Like, where do I find what I need to find? But I don't want to watch a 3-hour thing. And like most of it is like what I don't want to know. Like, I don't need to know about this. That is why in all my courses, I try to keep it potent where I'm just like, this is like what you need. Like, and I try to keep them quick and fast. So you can fast forward to this if you want to learn about sales. You want to fast forward to this. You want to learn about more quantum manifestation. Fast forward to this if you want to whatever. So I'm going to share some examples of what this looks like in practical terms. So people who are currently employed 9 to 5 can understand what I mean by do less, earn more, get more, receive more, right? Make life easier for you and business as well. So back when I was like looking for jobs, 9 to 5, right? I've been to so many jobs. The longest I've been in a full-time job is 6 months because the employee life is just not for me, right? So, and I want to earn uncapped amount of money. So I got to a point, ladies, where I got so good. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My computer keeps shaking. The webcam keeps shaking every time I touch the table. So I'm not going to touch the table. But where am I? Yeah. So I got to a point where I was so good at getting any job I wanted, right? Where, you know how when you like apply for a job, so many people are doing this, where they're like, you got to research the company, right? You got to make sure you prepare your notes of what questions they may ask, and then prepare your answers of like your experience, like why you're good at this, blah, 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 blah. I never did that. Like in the very, very beginning, where I was programmed, like I gotta be on my best behavior, like in the sense of like I gotta sell myself and prove myself for the company. I flipped it around because I got so good. Like I got so abundant with jobs, abundant with opportunities, where I'm like, I don't care if I really get it or not. Like it's like you have to prove yourself to me. Are you gonna offer me the income that I want? Is it gonna be easy breezy, beautiful? It's cover girl. But is it gonna be like a good job that I actually want? Is it gonna be a good environment? I flipped it to a point, ladies, where I was going to an interview for this job, right? And I drove there. I was in the car and I was just like, what does this job even like what does this company even do? Like, because I don't research the companies before. I just like I know I sell on my personality, my energy, and like I just like bullshit and wing it, and I just always get the job on the spot. So I was in my car, and I was like, I don't even know what company this is. Like, what do they even do? What do they sell? That's when I think back, I'm like, holy shit, Brenda! Like, what the? It's just so funny. Like, imagine going to an interview and not knowing what they do as a company. But I had this like inner knowing and confidence that I'm just gonna get the job. I'll bullshit my way through. Like it's a design job, but I'll just get it. Like I don't even need to know what this company does. But I remember in my car looking on my phone, like, okay, I should probably like Google this job just in case they ask me like, so what do you think we do? Just in case. So it was like 10 minutes before the interview. I was just like typing in the website. Okay, I went to the About Me page, just blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, I guess they're like occupational therapists, they're psychiatrists, they're like a health clinic. I'm like, I kind of get it. This will have to do. And I remember like going up the elevator, still reading like what on their About Me page what they did. I was just so confident, like I may not even know what you do, but I'm gonna bullshit my way through and get the job, right? And like I got the job. I got the job on the spot, right? And guess what I also did? I negotiated my way to, instead of working 5 days, to 4 days. And what else did I do? I negotiated a 10K pay rise, right? The boss even said to me, the owner, you earn way more than my psychiatrist and occupational therapist. I earn way more. And I was way younger than them, right? This is how good you got to get, ladies, where you're the queen, you're the magnet, you're royalty on the throne. People feed you grapes. You want that 10K raise? You get that 10K raise before you even started working there. You want to work 4 days a week? You work 4 days a week, right? It's really all about the confidence, right? It's all about realizing that people work for you. Money works for you, not the other way around, right? I just remember like him saying like you are gonna earn way more than my occupation therapist and my psychiatrist, right? Get good at negotiating from the very start, ladies. If you're getting another 9 to 5 job, negotiate from the very start, right? If it's 85K, say, oh yeah, sorry, it's a bit lower than what I anticipated. Even though to you it's like that's decent, but you want more like closer to 100K. So you're gonna say, That's lower than what I expected. My range is around 100, 110K. I always say to you ladies, overshoot the amount because they're going to come in the middle. Another one is this South Yarra graphic design job that I applied to in Melbourne when I was living there a couple years ago, right? And this is one of the most expensive suburbs in Melbourne. The wealthy, the bougie people. This is where they have the Real Housewives of Melbourne, is like where a lot of the rich women are living at in Melbourne, in South Yarra, near Turak, right? So this job, like it was through a recruiter, and then I went in, and on the spot they offered me the job. Again, same thing where I'm like, just bullshit my way through. When I say bullshit, I just mean like I just show up, be super nice, get to know them. Like, oh my God, there's a cafe here. Like I literally just like people literally hire you from your personality. They hire you from like your charisma, right? Sure, you may be good at something, but if you aren't like easy to talk to, easy to get to know, not likable, goes down, right? Your opportunities, your level of like the success goes down. But when you are able to talk, you're able to make friends, you're likable, right? There's like easy like attraction and chemistry in like conversations, right? You can talk about any topic. Like I talked about food. I talked about how much of a food I am. The building where this job was at, this graphic design job in South Yarra, is right next to Melbourne's only 6-star luxury apartment building. And the top of this building where this design agency was at is called the Beverly, which I'll be going to in a couple of weeks with my friends. I'm super excited. The Beverly at the rooftop, right? And it was such a bougie place, right? And it was a 6-figure job. Like any normal graphic designer would be like, holy shit, I hit jackpot. There was a spa in the building that you can use as well. Like all amazing foods around, like great cafes, restaurants, bars all around. You're in the bougiest, wealthiest suburb city in Melbourne, right, where all the multimillionaires are at. And at the top is a beautiful rooftop, the Beverly restaurant and bar, like amazing, right? They had an amazing kitchen inside this design agency as well, right? So I bullshitted my way through my energy, through my person, got the job, got the contract, right? And then the next day, they're like, oh, do you want to come in for like a half day just to introduce yourself? Because the first time I just met with like the owner, introduce yourself, get to know everyone. I'm like, yeah, sure. Went in for the half day. And I was like, they're working too much. And they're going to make me work too much. I don't think I want this job. Literally just from that half day, I was just like, far out. I'm going to die at this job. Everything looks nice, right? Got amazing perks, there's a spa in the building, but I don't want to freaking work hard. And I got to a point where I'm like, money always comes to me. Jobs always comes to me. There's going to be a better one than this, right? Or I'm going to make money in my business, right? So I said no to the 6-figure job, right? They were like, dumb. They were like, what? Like, are you sure? Like, I don't understand. You seem like you wanted it, blah, blah, blah. We gave you it on the spot, and now you don't want it? I'm like, yeah, because you guys work too much. Like, I observed everything when I walked in for that half day. I was like, oh, like, you already talk about all the projects. This seems like a lot of work. I don't want to work a lot. So I didn't sign the contract. I'm like, sorry. Sorry. Right? When you get so good, ladies, at understanding that money works for you, understanding that, and you really have this abundant mindset of, I can get any job I want. I can get raises, right? I can get jobs in the best cities, the wealthiest suburbs of the city that I'm living in, right? And you say no to things that aren't aligned, things always work in your favor. More opportunities always come up. So just like in dating, don't settle for just good, right? Only remember this extraordinary, there's amazing, there's like we're like, he's my man. He's my dream man. Only get that, right? Don't settle, right? Become royalty. You get what you want. Become the magnet. Things come to you, right? You can say no to six-figure jobs. That has amazing perks. There's a spa. There's a rooftop restaurant and bar in the building, right? Say no to things when you know it's just not right. It's working too much. I don't want to work too much. Right? Another university example. So if you're in uni right now, oops, sorry, keep you're in uni right now, ladies, or college. And in America they call it college. I remember my friend, one of my very close friends, we had like pretty much all our classes are similar. My friend, she was like, Brenda, I took 3 months to do this project of research, of like revisions. I took 3 months. How the F did you do it in 3 days? How did you do it in 3 days? Right? And I ended up getting a better grade than her. I did it in 3 days. She took 3 effing months. So the assignment project was like an oral presentation, and and also talking about your idea project or whatever. So it was like a quarter of the year, right? So yeah, quarter of the year, not semester. Is it semester? Semester is half a year. Quarter of the year. So it was 3 months, and I took 3 days. I just did it in 3 days, right? I got a better grade than her. I graduated in the top 5% of my student cohort. She didn't, right? She spent weeks, months researching, revising, right? And I barely researched. Maybe a couple hours, maybe like, look around Pinterest, look around like YouTube, Google, right? Then I just did it because I believe like I'm going to trust my gut. I'm going to trust my ideas. I don't need to overly research. I don't need to overly like get so much information to feel like I'm good enough. I'm ready, good enough. I'm great. I have great ideas. Ideas come to me naturally, fast, effortlessly, and I act on those and I deliver on those, right? When you have this mentality, right, you'll make money fast in life. You'll end up doing less, just like me. Not 3 months, 3 days, right? You barely do anything, barely any physical output, and things just drop in your lap. Graduate in the top 5%, right? Got an A++ for in Australia. They call it a VHA something, which means like an A. So I got like an A++ on that, right? Where I think she maybe got a B or something, but that I remember always looking back, there were so many people researching, so many people revisions, asking so many questions to the teacher, like, is this good? Asking this. I'm just like, I just did it. 3 days, just did it. And I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna get me a good grade, right? I think I got like the best grade or one of the best grades in that class. So again, ladies, it's not about how long you do something, how much research, how much certifications, how much time, effort you put into it. So really understanding, coming home to remembering who the F you are, right? And trusting in your abilities and your value, right? And this is how you're able to price your offers a certain way. High ticket, right? How you're able to sell, how you're able to speak, whether it's live, whether it's a video in your content, right? It's not about making more content. How many of you guys have seen people make a bunch of content, but their energy is like, meh, right? Their confidence is like, man, like I wouldn't invest in her. Like, yeah. But what, for example, if someone posted 3 times a day for 30 days, so that is 90. So that is 90 posts, right? For example, 90 videos on YouTube. And in their videos, they seemed very shy. They seem like they maybe like don't fully back what they're saying, compared to someone who maybe makes 4 to 6 videos a month. And in those 4 to 6 videos, it's like boom, boom, boom. Everything they're saying is like, whoa, like mic drop, gold, dripping in gold, cash, money, like holy shit, you changed my life. Who do you think their audience are going to invest in? The person who did less, but remembered who the F they are. Who everything that they're saying, they're like, damn, right? It's really changing my life. The mindset shifts, right? The strategy, her outlook, her consciousness, right? The potency, her conviction. They're going to invest in this person, and this person who did, I don't know, like 90 videos. I don't know how you make 90 videos. I think I was using that for Instagram analogy compared to a person making more videos. And same goes with getting a job that you want. I want to give you more examples down the line as well with that. Okay. If you want things to be easy for you, ladies, you need to start making life easy. Act in that way, right? Where are you still feeling like you need to prove, to convince, and delaying the time, right, of the success, of the money? Really think about that. Where are you still feeling like I need to prove, I need to research more, I need to get more certifications, right? Or I need to get better at something before I can do it, right? Before I can get the money, get the results. Close that gap and remember who the F you are. Do less, get more. Do less, but your consciousness, right? Your power is up here. And it'll hit home when you do the inspired action. It'll be mic drop. It'll be like dripping in gold when you take the action. Right? Are you still telling yourself, I can't earn amount of that, my dream amount of money yet? Right? Are you saying like, oh, it'll take 3 months, it'll take 6 months, it'll take a year before I can earn that amount, before I can price my offers a certain way? Why? Because you are believing, I'm not that experienced yet. Who would pay that amount of money for me? Right? Who would invest in my offers? I need more experience. I need more time. I need more videos to prove, right, that I can help them. Again, proving, convincing energy. You are the metal, not the magnet. You are the peasant, not the queen. Right? Are you still believing that you must work hard for money, for sales, for clients to come in? Like right now, this live, ladies, this live is going to make me thousands and millions. And I'm just here, literally. Yes, I've got notes. Yes, I've obviously had intention. I've listened to my gut feeling, the download, the idea dropped in about this video, and I have notes and I want to hit certain things and share certain analogies with you. But I'm not like full on grinding. Like I'm not like doing 100 different things, right? How easy do you want money to work for you? Think about it. Literally journal. If money were to come in, how would I want it to come in? How effortless would it be? Dream about, like, go fantasize about that and realize that can be true because anything is possible, right? Can you be at rest? Can you be yourself, authentically yourself, and be highly compensated? Yes, you can. How would that look like for you? Right? That is how you truly get paid to exist. Again, like I mentioned, the most highly paid people, the highest quality of life, where they feel so fulfilled, so passionate, they are doing what they love, right? And they're getting paid to literally be themselves, to exist, right? They learn how to make ridiculous amounts of money being themselves, monetizing who they authentically are, living their best life. Whatever they're doing in life, how they're evolving in life, that is how their offers, their products, their brand evolves too. And people come along the way, right? That's what I teach you, is that I get paid to exist. So another example. So this is another graphic design job. Like I said, I've had so many graphic design jobs because I've gotten jobs and I would quit, get another one and I'd quit until I finally was like, I ain't doing no more. I'm just gonna go all in on this, and now I'm here. So another graphic design job. I wanted a job where this is when I was actively searching for another job. My intention was, I want a job where I barely worked. Like, I want to be easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl, right? I wanted to just like chill, be paid 6 figures, right? Right. And I wanted a job where it wasn't a design firm. Because when you're at a design agency, a creative agency, like they have other designers. And it's kind of like you have to be more turned on, more creative, more solution based, more like really brainstorm how you're going to do a design. Like, I don't want to fucking do that. I just want to like be at my resting state. Yes, I've had like 10 years of like graphic design experience, but I just want to be at my resting state, do my bare minimum and my design skills, like to the company, because maybe they're not a design company. Maybe they are like more of like a charity or like something else, where my designs, my bare minimum resting state design, like intuition, creativity is like wow to them, right? Like, oh my God, she's a genius. She's Picasso. Like, you know, I just wanted to do the bare minimum and be like, damn, she's amazing. We got to we can't lose her, right? So I set that intention, right? And I threw that in the universe. I want a job that's easy, breezy, beautiful, cover girl. I want to be in my resting state. I don't want to be a design agency, creative agency. I want it to be not corporate, but something where it's like I can even wear my casual clothes, things I would normally wear, and like just the work is just easy. It's just like I don't even need to think much. My bare minimum is like wow to them, right? Guess what happened? I look online and I applied to only one job, one company. I was like to myself, you know how many people are looking for jobs? They're like, so many people have this mindset of, oh my God, there's no jobs out there. They're so scared to lose a job. Like it's the world is like ending. Like if they lose their job, or like I need to apply to 50 jobs, 100 jobs, right? How many of you ladies know these types of people? Where they're like so frantic, I gotta apply, like I've applied to so many jobs, and they have this like you're the one like chasing, you're the one like always trying to get something, right? When you're in this energy, you're in the energy of lack, right? Energy of scarcity, energy of, again, you're the peasant, not royalty, not the queen, right? I was the queen. I was just like, yeah, I ain't, it's just going to come to me. I'm not applying to 100 jobs. Why would I do that, right? The right one's just going to come and I'll just know it. And it did. One came, right? And guess what? It was remote, hybrid. And guess how many times I had to go into work? Once a week on Wednesdays, right? And the rest was at home, right? It was chill. It was a nonprofit company, right? They had their own cafe, their own floors on site where I get discounts at. They had meals that were $6, right? Of delicious meals, right? Discounts on the cafe food, discounts on the floors, right? And it was so serene, so nice. Botanical gardens had flowers. It was just so chill. I was like, holy shit, where have you been? This job. Right? Everyone was so nice to the people that interviewed me. Right? I did the interview. It was amazing. Convo flowed amazingly. Right? Again, I bullshitted my Oh, yes, of course, ladies. My portfolio was amazing. Right? Because obviously you need your skills. And I did my portfolio was like the way I presented myself as well wasn't like how you'd present yourself as a normal interview, where it's CV, resume, blah blah. I was already a like freelancer back then, so I just gave them my portfolio. I'm like, I'm not gonna write you like a separate freaking resume, separate freaking cover letter. Like, yes, I wrote a little bit of stuff, but it wasn't like traditional, like proving. I'm like, here's my portfolio. Like I'm like pretty much my own business owner. Like I have clients all around the world. Like if you want to hire me, you can hire me. That was literally my energy. Again, so relaxed, so like lean back, like take it or leave it. But I already know I'm amazing, and you're gonna know too if you hire me. So I talked to 3 of the managers, got the job. I got the phone call, right? And the HR lady was like, it's 85K per year, right? And I was just like, ain't gonna work for me. 85K is lower than I want, right? And then I was like, my range is 100 to 110K, right? And again, like I mentioned, always overshoot. Again, my goal was 6 figures, right? So it was 85K. I was like, my range is 100 to 110K, right? And then so the HR lady was like, okay, I'll come back to you. I'll talk to the manager, marketing people. I don't know whoever she needed to talk to, head of finance. I don't know. And then she came back and she was like, okay, 92K. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like I'm happy with 92K. I only had to go once a week in on Wednesdays, and the rest are at home, and the rest I can work my business, do whatever I want, right? And then down the line, I also learned that they were hiring 2 graphic designers, right? And then I became friends with the graphic designer. And then I found out she was getting paid 85K, but I was getting paid 92K, right? She was twice my age, twice the experience of me, right? The difference, ladies, was I had the balls to ask for more, right? And you, again, like I said, you always ask for more at the very beginning. It's easier to ask for more for a higher salary at the beginning when you're getting an employed job than 6 months after your probationary period or a year or 2 years. Most likely, it's hard for them to raise it. Again, you have to prove it to them. And ladies, I'm not here to prove. I'm the queen. I'm the royalty, right? You ladies are the queen. You're royalty as well. Remember that. So she was getting paid 85K. I was getting paid 92K. Right? And guess what also happened? She was working way more than me. She was getting like twice as many jobs and projects and things to do than me. I was like, lean the F back. I'm like, I'm not working that hard. Like, I'm not going to be on super speed to like get shit done. I'm just going to work at resting, like put some music on, listen to a podcast, right? I already like from my 10 years of experience as a designer, I'm really fast and very like efficient already. Like, so my resting state's pretty faster as well. But I was doing like a portion of what she was doing. She was getting paid less, right? So again, not better or more kinder people or more like experienced people, right? Get more money, receive more. If you believe you are royalty, you're the queen, you're the magnet, you're God, right? You're the source of money, of opportunities, of everything. If you truly believe that, right? You can even be a worse designer. You can even like be slower, right? But if you believe that, no, like I deserve more, you'll get more because you had the balls to ask, right? You had that certainty, that conviction in yourself to ask for more. And when you ask, you will receive. And the universe will only give you for what you give you things to what you believe you are worthy of. So I want to share a dating example. So going back to the other job. Another huge thing I want to talk about is boundaries at your 9-to-5 job. So she was like taking calls, taking meetings willy-nilly. And I was like, I don't want my work to call me at any time. I literally told the ladies, like, can you book in a time with me? Can you schedule it in? Because you know what I was doing, ladies? So in this job, I only had to go in once a week. So throughout the other times, I was literally having fun in the city. I was like going to cafes, I wasn't even working, ladies. Like, I was having the time of my life, getting paid 6 figures, right? So I got 92, but then super on top, which is I don't know what they call it in America, 401k. I don't really understand that. But like, it ended up 102k. So it was 6 figures. So I was really getting paid so much, like, and I was not even working, like barely working, like maybe a couple hours a day, like, because they don't even know where I am, right? And so they were literally calling the other graphic designer, getting her to do all the things. Yet I was just like, yeah, I'm still working on this project. Wasn't working on that project. I was going to cafes. I was eating out. I was doing other things, working on my other business, right? So, ladies, like, in life, break the rules. In life, get what you want. In life, like, do what lights you up. Like, break the rules. Like, I don't feel guilty for that. I'm just like, I want it, I get to have it. I want it this way, I get to have it this way, right? Only people who don't get that believe that, like I need to work more. I need to do more for them. Again, more proving, more convincing. If you want the best things in life, you want to work less and more, break the damn rules. Rewrite the rules. You're the narrator. You get what you want. Dating example. So this guy, I think I talked about it, where he worked 3 effing jobs that I dated. 3 effing jobs, right? And how much he was earning a week with these 3 jobs, working, I don't know, 100 hours a week, right? 150 hours. I don't know what he was doing, right? Of me signing one client at the time, $4,000 client USD, right? Was equivalent for him working 3 to 4 weeks of work. Again, like I that's why I'm so passionate about everything that I'm talking about in this video and all my offers, getting paid to exist, like being your own boss, right? Being a coach and entrepreneur, right? You earn a lot more doing less when you have one too many offers, right? And even if you have services where you are still live, you are still earning a lot more than a 9 to 5, and it's uncapped, right? So he was working 3 jobs, right? And just for one client working 2 hours a week, right? Right? It was equivalent to him working 3 to 4 weeks of work. That is how powerful it is when you learn how to sell ice to Eskimos, when you learn how to embody that queen energy, right? To really believe that what I have of what me just being me is of incredible value. Like the skills that I have, the things that I've mastered, right? Things I love talking about, interests, hobbies, right? Information that I have collected, that I have experienced, embodied, right? Things that I've mastered in my own life, right? I can charge this much, right? People will invest this much in me to learn because I'm going to help them collapse the time to get there. Even in this live, ladies, right? Me sharing all of this stuff, right? It's helping you to collapse the time, right? And a lot of women don't believe, or men as well, don't believe that in themselves. Like, I think I shared this in another, I think it was a superhuman training where I shared, I went to ecstatic dance. I met this guy and I told him what I did. I was like, I'm an online coach, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, yeah, I tried that. Not sustainable. Like, I barely earned any money. And I'm just like, interesting that you believe that. He was like 10 years older than me. I was just like, interesting, you believe that. Like, and I'm like, thank God I'm doing what I'm doing, because I would not be earning the amount of money that I'm earning, right? If I'm not doing what I'm doing, right? Again, it does not matter how old you are, right? You could be very young and be charging top dollar. You can be very young and getting a lot of sales, right? Selling on information, on knowledge that you have, things you've mastered, things you can help people collapse the time to reach their goal in a faster time, in an easier way, more effortless way, right? So in business, ladies, you don't see me posting 24/7 all the time, multiple times a day, right? On Instagram or YouTube, right? Now, like back then, I posted 3 times on Instagram, like way back then, right? And now I move more to YouTube, right? And now I average around 1 or 2 videos a week, right? I used to post so often on Instagram because I thought if I post more, then I'll get more clients. Even back then, I used to teach on that because that's what I believed. And now I've completely evolved, like my mindset. I've transformed my nervous system, and through transforming my nervous system of staying calm, trusting, right? I'm open. I'm in my feminine, open to receiving, having all of this spaciousness to receive. If there's no spaciousness in your life, ladies, there's no room for money, opportunities, love to land in your lap. You got to be leaned back. Like I mentioned, do the action, align action, inspired action, then lean back, play, have fun, and then that's when you receive. Right? And now, like, I'm resting, right? I'm talking about the things that I love, right? Being live is so much fun to me. And now I'm just like, I'm having so much fun in my lives, and it's so free flowing, and it's really like, I can just, like, if I have my dot points and things I want to talk about, I outline, but I can riff on this, and I can talk to you ladies, and then I can answer questions, and I can talk about something else, and I can connect with you ladies, right? So I'm like, do I ever want to? I'm sure I'll make a normal YouTube video, but I just love lives now. And it took me like, and I want to share with you ladies, like it took me like a while to get to this stage to feel comfortable being seen live. Like, well, like my first 2 lives, I was like nervous, but like, again, like I want to be the example to you ladies. Yes, you can be nervous, but you're gonna do it anyways. Yes, like your freaking camera and stuff could F up. Like I had so many issues with the freaking camera. I'm just gonna have to return this camera because it doesn't flip. Like I want it to flip back to the other side. Right now it's like the wrong side. I had so many issues with this. I'm just like, I don't effing care. My camera's not the right way. I can't flip it, whatever. I'm just going to go live. Like, it doesn't matter. People care about the message. People care about the actual live, not like the presentation of the live, like whatever. Like, it took me like quite a while to get here. Actually, it took me like couple like months and like no one say years because I didn't have the intention to go on YouTube. But from the beginning of this year was when I started YouTube in late December. But it took me like a while to feel like, yeah, I'm gonna do lives, right? Then this is what I'm actually teaching you inside of Exit the Matrix. And also in Rich Girl and what I'm talking about now. How easy do you want money to land in your lap? So when I create my normal YouTube videos, yes, it's still effortless. I'm not like laboriously doing things, right? But I record it and then I have to edit it, which will take me an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours to edit it, depending how long it is and depending like how much I need to edit. So now I'm just like, I just want to go live and present what I want to present and like channel and transmit my messages and like go off like what I want to share with you guys on a certain theme, a certain topic. And I believe like this is my most powerful self, most effortless self. I'm really authentically speaking and being myself. And now like I'm like so embodied in this where this is how I will add value to the world, how I will express myself, how I help people in many different areas of their life and self-concept, money, dating, business, all of that, right? And all I got to do is hit record, it's live, and then the live ends and it just uploads. I don't have to edit this or that, whatever, right? Obviously, I love also doing like YouTube normal edits because it also like it's quicker, gets to the point quicker. But I just love the free flowing of this. It's like more authentically me. So like in Exit the Matrix, something that I experienced that I did myself. Lately. I've been doing a lot of meditations and really entering the quantum field, which I'll teach you ladies in Exit the Matrix. But there was this experience where I entered the quantum in one of my meditations, where my crown chakra and my the top of my head and my third eye was like open. It was immense pressure. I shared this on Instagram a couple months back, where it sounds crazy. If you don't know anything about it, you're like, what the F she's talking about? But when you enter the quantum field, you are going to experience mystical experiences. Like crazy things will happen. So inside Exit the Matrix, I teach you how to lower your brain waves, shift your brain waves so it's slower. And when it's slower, that is when you access the invisible field, which is the quantum field of infinite possibilities. And in the quantum field, ladies, that's when you receive information, downloads, and your chemistry, your cells shift, they change. They're on like fast speed. So we're all energy. So when you're in the quantum field, you are focusing less on the 3D, on matter, and now you're more energy. And when you're more energy, you're more permeable to infinite possibilities. So when I was in that quantum field, my third eye and my crown chakra was like open, like immense pressure here, and my face was like dissolving. Like I had to touch my face because I was like, am I still here? Like this sounds crazy. And I'll talk more about this in another video. And obviously I'm going deep in this Exit Matrix, but my whole head was like, is it even there? Because I was literally, when you're in the quantum field and you're really tapped in there and you really lower your brain waves, mystical, crazy miracles happen. So now my body is less matter and it's more energy. That's why I felt the dissolving feeling of like, is my face there? I had to touch my face to be like, is my face there? Because I was just dissolving into the abyss. And so, but this was happening for a reason. I was manifesting and I was like releasing like any resistance, and I was just leaning into the experience and doing the breath work at the same time while I was meditating. And so my third eye and crown chakra was like open, like imagine, like think of like the Avatar, the what's it called, Avatar, the Last Airbender, something like that. You know how his head is like white, and it's like when he's like turned on, I don't know, when he's accessing his power. That was literally me, ladies. So when your crown and your third eye is open, that's when you access intuition. That is when you access high consciousness versions of yourself. So in this state was when I literally shifted any fears, any blocks that I had with being seen. Like this, like this. Right after this experience, ladies, right, was when I did my first live. Then the more I meditate, the more it literally quantum sped my fear of being seen. Everyone has different levels of being seen. So, for example, someone may just be like, even if they just pre-record it, they would feel really scared to just do a talking to camera reel on Instagram or TikTok. They might be scared. A next level up from that would be maybe a YouTube video. Even if you don't go live, maybe just recording yourself being like comfortable recording the YouTube video and editing and then posting. It's the fear of like, oh, hate comments, family members, blah, blah, blah. And then the next level is okay, going live, like really truly being yourself, teaching, blah, blah, blah. So do you see how there's multiple stages of being seen? And maybe the next after that is talking on stage, like how I'll be talking on stage in my Millionaire Girls Retreat across 3 days, right, in front of like 30 women. So do you see how there's many different levels of fear of being seen? And this is what I'm going to help you inside of Exit the Matrix, where I'm going to help you enter the quantum field. And this is where mystical, crazy miracles will happen, like it did for me. So it literally quantum sped, and like the fear and blocks of like going live like dissolved like this by just being in that experience. And for you, it may not be your third eye or crown. Maybe it's your heart. Like maybe you're blocking love. Maybe it's different parts of your body. Like for every single person, it's different. Okay, so I went on a bit of a tangent there, but I don't even remember what I was talking about. So yes, I was manifesting. That's what I was going to talk about. I was manifesting. I want to make my business easier, more effortless, more me. And the quantum always, you don't need to even say it out loud. You can think it and you can feel it, right? And this is what I'll be teaching you, how to think, how to feel your intention, send and signal out. And the quantum field, when you're in it, you are pulling it back in with your feelings. So you visualize it and then you pull it back in with your feeling, really leaning into that. What would it be like? How would it feel like? So I did that, had that experience, right? And because my intention was I want my business to be effortless and earn shit tons of money being super effortless. It was already effortless to an extent, but I wanted it even more, turning up the volume of effortless. You can always upgrade the ease, the effortless, the more money, the how you receive, right? Okay, we're an hour and 27 minutes in. I feel like this is going to be like a 2.5 or 3 hour video, but I have so much to say and I'm having so much fun. But yeah, so I had that intention and then I went and I played and I like entered the quantum field. And if you are inside quantum activations, there's a track there that is literally called Enter the Quantum Field. And that'll help you enter the quantum field. And I go more into that into Exit the Matrix. But when I had that intention of wanting to earn more money in a more effortless way, it literally delivered by creating that mystical experience for me, right? My third eye, my crown open. Like I was literally like, I felt like God was with me. So much love, so much abundance, so much ease, so much. I was tearing up, tears rolling down my eyes, right? And then after this experience, I was just like, I'm going live. Like that's how that like I just had this like download, this urge, intuition, I'm going live, right? And now if you look back, I only have 3 live videos, including this one. Right? If you look back, you can see how I got better and better and better at speaking live. And this video, I feel like, is the most potent of me going live, of me really delivering what I want to say live. And this is what I'm going to help you, ladies. Like when you enter the quantum field, this is where you can attract manifestations. You can dissolve your limiting beliefs. You can heal yourself. You can do anything. Attract love, attract more money, dissolve limiting beliefs, fear, whatever, blah, blah, through this. It's magical. Like it's just great. Like literally research Joe Dispenza. Right? I bought 3 of his books and I was just like, oh my God. his daughter manifested being in, the YouTube, I know, the music video, Stacy's mom. Stacy's mom has got it going on. Joe Dispenza, his daughter, used his work, his father's work, to manifest, right? Being in that music video that has millions of views, maybe billions, I don't know. But like that Stacy's mom music video, right? Go watch that video. The girl in it is Joe Dispenza's daughter, right? And I got so much to say about that, but I don't want to detour too much from this video. So I will inside exclamation, I'm teaching you how to manifest through this way, how it'll deliver you certain signs, synchronicities, nudges, downloads, and mystical things will happen to you. Again, it'll be different to mine. Everyone's going to be different according to your goals and the blocks you need to release and things that need to be dissolved. It'll come through to you in a different way. And this is how literally I am live right here, right now. And it's so effortless. It's so easy. Me chatting to you girls. And it's like I fully dissolved the fear of that, because in order to earn more money, in order to be a powerful coach, to teach, you need to be seen by the masses. And yes, there's multiple levels of that, right? And yes, you'll see so many coaches that I look up to. They were like, I literally had a panic attack before I went live, before I delivered a training. And you would think like, dude, you earn millions of dollars. Like, how could you have panic attacks? But you don't see people behind the scenes, in the sense of it's very different. Like, people are where they are, not because they're afraid, not because they have fears. They are where they are, being a leader, a coach, being an authority figure, because they felt the fear and I did it anyways, right? The first 2 times I did my lives, I was like the first time I was like nervous, right? And I did it a little bit, even though I still dissolved the fear, but I was so much closer to doing it without feeling like making excuses, blah, blah. But I did it. Second time, got even better, right? Third time, like natural, right? So, okay. So I want to talk about, I talked about this before, of how in business, especially the women right now, if you're watching this live, where you are a YouTuber, you are a coach, right? Think about, how do you want to create your content? In what way? How easy do you want it? How effortless do you want it? Right? Yes, money, I want to also say that yes, it can be effortless, it can be easy, it can land in your lap, but you also need to take those pings that align action when they come through, right? Like, I still do believe that you can not even take any action and things can come. But I also, if you want to really build a legacy, build something amazing, it's built on taking intuitive nudges, on intuitive action. Yes, you have to create the video. Yes, you're going to have to market, sell your product for people to buy, right? If you're not creating the link, if you're not creating the sales page, if you're not talking about your offer, who's going to buy? Do you know what I mean, ladies? But yes, you can also not even talk about your offer, and it could just be in your description. Someone can go there because you're still creating valuable content, but yes, you're still doing something. So it's not like you're not doing anything, but it's in an effortless, most feminine, divine way that feels juicy, playful. It's just an extension of you. You would do it anyways. Like me talking about this. I love talking about quantum manifestation. I love talking about the quantum field. I love talking about money. I love talking about feminine energy, doing less, getting more, right? Getting wine and dined by wealthy provider men. It's so fun to me. I would do it with my girlfriends anyways. Right? So I don't do paid ads. I don't do outreach on Instagram. I don't convince people to pay me, right? I don't try to be like, yeah, you should sign up to my program, blah, blah, blah. Right? I'm like, yeah, yes, I know my program is going to help you, but I only want women who feel called to and so aligned to invest in the office, because it's only life changing when they feel like it's so aligned for them, when they feel like I resonate with her, I really love how she teaches, I resonate with how she thinks, her mindset, I want more of that, right? That's when their life is going to change, not me convincing you, right? I don't need to convince you, I just need to be myself, right? And like I said, do less, earn more, attract more. The more yourself, the more you like step into the spotlight, feel comfortable to be seen, the more opportunities, more clients, more sales will effortlessly come to you. Where you don't feel afraid to be you don't feel afraid to be on camera, you don't feel afraid to be like, yeah, like, here are my offerings, like, if you want to learn more, you can learn more, right? So many coaches in the beginning that I hired like told me, you need to message random people on Instagram. You need to like say hi to them, like engage in their content, like, comment, um like DM them on Instagram, like and to get sales. Like, I'm not like, I'm sure a lot of you ladies who were in that scene, who are coaches, maybe you're on Instagram, beginning and like start on Instagram, or like have hired investing coaches where they say you have to do outreach, you have to write all your leads, right? Who's following you on your stories? Like, every time now, ladies, when I follow someone and then they randomly message me and then they like all my stuff, comment on my stuff, and ask me like, why did I follow them? I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. like I just know you're trying to sell me something. Like, ick. Like, doesn't that make you go like, I don't want anything to do to you? Like, I liked you from your content, I would have watched all your content, but why are you trying to like randomly be friends with me? If I comment on something and I ask you a question and you reply, great. But like, when you have again, if you're too much in your masculine, again, people gonna run away. People gonna run away. Just like in dating, if you're too available and you like blow up people's phone and you're chasing a guy, what does he do? He runs the F away. He runs the F away. Money runs away when you're working too much. Money runs away when you're chasing. When you're trying to convince people, get people to pay you, right? Get sales, they run away. Right? Are you a peasant or are you queen? You ask and you receive, people just come to you. Right? You're going to make more money. You're going to be happier, more aligned if you remember who you are, right? Which is a queen, which is royalty, right? Creating content, right? Value, showing up to the world, expressing yourself, creatively expressing yourself, being who you are, right? And your people, your soul line tribe, your community, your best friends, the love of your life, right? Your clients will flock to you, right? Will resonate with everything you have to share, how you show up to the world effortlessly, being you. So the more you are, the more you remember who you are, everything falls into your lap. Right? It's not about the more work you do, more hours you put in, right? The work here is not in that. It's remembering who the F you are. It's remembering your power, remembering your innate value, right? Your birthright, coming back to ease, to effortlessness, right? Being in your zone of genius. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to just sip my water and I'll just read some comments. So if you have questions, right, you can write your questions in the chat. We need a negotiation video. Yes. 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 Charm them. Yes. With your personality. If you like literally can talk about food, their interests, like talk about anything, people will more likely hire you than the person who's maybe better skills than you, but has no communication skills, no like interpersonal skills. Okay. So again, ladies, ask yourself, how can you make money easy for you? Right? Are you acting more like a peasant every single day? Like, every decision is either a peasant decision or a queen decision, right? Are you a townsperson, a subject of the queen, or are you the queen, your royalty? Right? Are you making money work for you? Right? Money is your employee, right? Are you money's bitch? Are you working for money? Are you money's bitch? Right? Are you making money God? Are you looking up to money? Right? Or is money looking up to you? Is money looking up to you, following your lead? Right? Where are you not raising your prices in business? or asking for a high raise, right? I remember back then I saw another coach charging $15,000 for a private coaching. And I was like, she's charging 15. I'm going to charge 15 too, right? And I was a beginner. I think I was 1 month into it, right? And I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to raise my prices, right? My first business coach, she charged hers for 3,000. I was like, I'm going to charge mine for 4,000. So another business coach, right? She charged her for 15. Mine's going to be 15 too, right? She gets to have it. I get to have it too, right? I'm not going to add more. Like, I need more experience. I need more. Like, so many of these ladies, I didn't have any testimonials yet. I just did the damn thing. And I just showed up like with the identity of an expert, of already a seven-figure earner, right? When you show up as the expert, people follow suit. Talk like you're convicted, believing what you say, that what I say is gold. Gold drips out of my mouth, right? People will feel more likely like, wow, like she knows what she's talking about. I need more of that. I need to be around that energy. I need to learn. I need to calibrate to that confidence, that conviction, right? I didn't need to feel like I need more time, more experience, more clients, more sales first to up my prices. I just did it. That's how you collapse time, by remembering who you are, right? Like, I wanted my money to come quicker and bigger. And I believed I'm worthy and deserving now, right? I closed the gap, right? And then I went on to selling multiple $15,000 offers. So if you like this video, ladies, I talk more about how to normalize luxury, how to normalize overflow, how to attract money from expected, unexpected sources, right? Talk about the energetics of selling high ticket offers, feeling worthy and deserving of big money, right? Attracting money from ease, from play, from relaxation, how easy you can make money come to you, right? Fall into your lap, right? Make money your bitch, not the other way around. Money's your employee. So this is inside Rich Girl. So Rich Girl is 2,997, or it's 6 monthly payments of 555. And like I talked about, exit the matrix. Right now it's pre-sale. So how to hack the system, how to bend reality, master your mind, how to fast track your desires, right? With ease, with speed, how to master the universal laws, right? There's 12 universal laws that I'll go into. Elevate to higher consciousness, right? Shift out of survival mode, doing more mode, right? And moving back into your God mode, remembering who you are, right? You're going to stop playing by the rules, and then you're going to start writing them instead. Remember, you are the narrator. So exit the matrix is pre-sale. So it's 777 or 3 monthly payments of 269. So highly recommend you enroll inside of Exit the Matrix at pre-sale. It's the lowest investment it will ever be. And if you guys, ladies, are new here, every new course program that I sell always starts in always 4 phases. Pre-sale, and it's fast incentives for people who enroll fast, who take action fast. So it'll be the lowest investment. Then it'll go up to pre-sale. So pre-sale, early bird, and full investment. This is the last course that I have on pre-sale. And I would say this is my favorite course. I say that with all my courses, but this is my favorite course. I really like, even what I talked about before about the experience of entering the quantum field, like this is some mystical shit that I'll be sharing with you guys. It's next level. It's 5D, 5-dimensional. It's multi-dimensional. It's oh my God. You're gonna be like, I believe in magic after doing this. So all links are down below. And again, ladies, if you want all my courses, if you want to, like, Christmas morning, right, enroll inside of my Her Year membership. So this is a 12-month access for my entire product suite. So all my memberships, all my courses, any new offers that I release during your time inside my membership that you are locked in for, plus 4 private coaching sessions with me. So you can book all of them in altogether 4, right? Or you can do it every quarter. It'll literally be me and you like this. You tell me what your goal is, and we're going to game plan that shit out. Right? I will reframe your mindset, remember who the fuck you are, and I will help you outline everything. Like this is where you got to shift. This is the mindset shift you got to dissolve. Do this exercise to remove any fear, any blocks, any limitations, right? Do this exercise to make money. Do this exercise to collapse the time where you reach your money goals, right? Whatever it is, each person is different, but those 4 private coaching sessions are going to literally sprint you, collapse the time of your goal, whether it's in dating, whether it's in money, your business, whether it's in self concept, whether it's feeling confident in speaking live, whatever it is, we're going to get there fast. So her year membership right now, if you enroll now in 2025, you get the rest of November, the rest of December in 2025, and the extra 12 months. So you'll get the rest of 2025 and 2026. So you'll get 13.5 months if you enroll now. So that, let me just check. No. Okay, so her year is 7777. I'm just checking the price. Ooh. Her year is 7777 or 12 monthly payments of 777. So that is like literally the creme de la creme of my offers. That is everything. That is the whole shebang. That is Christmas morning. That is private coaching sessions with me. And you will get all the other offers that I release next year, which I have so much in store. I'm so excited. Okay. And I want to talk about the Millionaire Girls Retreat in 2028, ladies, in Melbourne, Australia. So this will be February 17th to 19th. So this is 3 days. Ultra luxe, right? Ultra luxury, deep embodiment, soul level activation with you ladies. I'm going to leave you forever changed. When you come to this retreat, you're not going to be the same woman, right? You're going to remember your birthright to wealth, right? You're going to feel even clearer, more embodied, right? Irresistibly magnetic to money, to wealth. And it's going to be a guarantee that you're going to make money between now and then, because Rich Girl is also included. Superhuman and quantum activation is also included in the Millionaire Girls Retreat. I've just added that as well. And during the 3 days, right, you're going to make money during it. Things will fall into your lap, opportunities during it and after it. Because when you're around this energy, when you're playing in this energy of wealth, right, the millionaire codes, right, when you're playing at this level, you're at the frequency of everything you desire, and it will feel like magic. It has happened to me so many times where I'd invest in a coach, right, and then I made a sell here. This happened, right? Because now you're locked into the timeline of like the wealthy version of you, right? So we are going to go on a sunset super yacht, experience luxury high tea, Japanese omakase, old money like breakfast brunch, right? We're going to enjoy the best of Melbourne's hidden restaurants and bars, right? I don't drink. You can drink if you want. It's going to be luxurious. You can have like eat, everything is included, right? Luxury yum cha, where it's going to be you're going to ride in a Hummer stretch limo, right? We're going to dance, we're going to love, we're going to laugh, we're going to sing. And you, across those 3 days, you're going to receive millionaire codes from me, right? And activations that is going to leave you as a completely new woman, right? Lack, scarcity, fear, right? That's not going to be in your vocabulary. That's not going to be in your system, in your cells. You are not going to be operating from that anymore. We are going to normalize wealth, luxury all together. And you're going to learn it in Rich Girl. You're going to experience it on the day. And not even that, everything that we're doing, we're going to be in 5-star venues. We're going to be in restaurants, doing activities, being on the super yacht, the luxury spa experience. Everything will be dripped in luxury, where multi-millionaires hang out, right? Billionaires hang out, right? It's going to be amazing. If I was doing another thing, it'd be an event planner. I love planning these things, and I love creating experiences, and I love throwing like parties, love throwing like get-togethers, especially with girls. It's just so much fun. And decorating, so much fun.
So you will get lifetime access to Rich Girl, and you will get all the updates, bonuses, any trainings that I add into Rich Girl for the rest of your life. And then, yes, you get access to superhuman and quantum activations from the moment you enroll. So instant access to them up until the end of February 2028. So you will get all of this year, all of 2026, all of 2027, and then 2028, end of February. And I've also included, you will get professional video recording of the entire retreat as well. So you can watch back like me talking, me presenting, me giving you the transmissions, the millionaire codes, right? That I'll be delivering across 3 days that you get to look back on, that you get to like, it'll be different in person because you'll be looking at me. I'll be there like right in front of you. And then you can look back on it whenever you need it again. And you will get professional recording of the entire retreat. So, sorry, not recording, photos. You'll get professional photos to keep with your fellow millionaire girls to capture the memories across the 3 days. So I'm going to hire professional photographers. We're going to take amazing photos together, and it's going to be literally one for the books. Like, if this is like my dream holiday, my dream like get together with girlfriends, like literally doing all these things like high tea, luxury Japanese omakase, going on a super yacht, luxury spa experiences, doing all these things. Women who are ambitious, who love money, right? Women who want to do less, earn more. Women who want to be provided by wealthy provider men. I'm going to throw in elements of dating in there for sure, because it always connects to luxury, always connects to money. So you're going to have a lot of professional photos to take home with you to keep forever as well. And you can also take singular photos again with my photographer that you can also use for your branding, for your social media on the super yacht. Like, if you're in a super yacht, you're going to want to take photos. If you're in a Hummer limo, you want to take photos, right? We're going to take a lot of photos everywhere. And they're going to be professional people taking photos, so they're going to be HD. And ladies, you're going to receive a luxury goodie bag that is going to blow your mind. So just imagine the girliest self-care bougie products, right? Everything like a girly girl could want, right? Is going to be inside. And they're not going to be like, you know how you get a goodie bag? I'm like, I'm never going to use that. That's like cheap, whatever. This is going to be high quality shit. Like, and it's going to be customizable to each woman as well. So I'm super excited for this. So the retreat is painful 8888, or 3 monthly payments of 2999, or 12 monthly payments of 799. So the monthly payments, you have to pay all the payments at least 6 months advance to the day of the retreat. So if you want to come to the retreat, ladies, get your money sorted. Like, if you need to opt for a payment plan, make sure you plan it out so it's 6 months in advance to the day, because we're not going to be accepting payment plans that go beyond the retreat, of course. So, and if you we're gonna allow this. If you want to attend the retreat and want a longer payment plan than 12 monthly payments, you can email my team at thisbrendalee@gmail.com, and we'll give you options. And if you want to pay now, because now there's still time before the retreat in 2028. If you want a longer payment plan, we can. But you have to make sure you are paying all of it off before 6 months prior to the retreat. Just because we're going to be booking things, booking the limo, booking a lot of things in. And yeah, so the investment of Rich Girl Superhuman Quantum Activations is already half the investment of the retreat. So pretty much the retreat is like $4,000, and you're getting Rich Girl, you're getting Quantum Activation, you're getting Superhuman as well, and you get access to the private community in Rich Girl, and obviously forever access with I think we're gonna have a Facebook group of all the women that's coming to the retreat, so that you guys can plan where you stay in the same hotel. I'll probably be staying. Oh, my apartment will be in the city, or I'll be staying at the Ritz-Carlton. So I think if I'm staying in a hotel, I'm gonna share with you ladies more details about how you can get maybe the same hotel if you want to, and you guys can book with like other girls and like tee up if you are from the same country, flying in the same place, or maybe you can fly in at the same time. Okay, so there's only going to be, I think, 30 spots for the retreat. I want to keep it small, and obviously because there's only so many Hummer limos, you can. I think I'll have to hire 2 Hummer limos. So I'm going to keep it small. I want to make sure every woman is in the Hummer limo. So I want to keep it small. So like 30, there's limited spots. So there's only going to be 30 ladies coming or less. I think I saw it's 14 max in a limo maybe. So it's first come, first serve. So grab your spot, links down below. And ladies, a reminder, Modern Aphrodite, the last day to enroll at pre-sale before it goes up to early bird, it is November 17th. So it's in 4 days. So currently it's at 997 or 4 payments of 267. So it's going to double in investment. It's going to be 1997 on November 17th. So if you're ready to step into your wife era, right, to fully embody love, devotion, self-respect, right, so that is mirrored back to you. Become a woman that gets to do the choosing, right, and you don't want to wait a long time to get the ring, right? You want to command attention, learn how to harmonize your light, your dark feminine, right? You're done with the dating, right? You're done with dating like casually. You're done with dating for like years on end, right? Being in situationships, right? And you want to attract your forever man, right? The father of your future kids, right? You're ready for the ring. You don't want to be stuck in the boyfriend girlfriend stage, the limbo for years. How many of you ladies know women who are stuck in there for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11 years or more, never got married, right? If you want to be engaged in months or even weeks, you want to be inside here. So right now it's at pre-sale, going to go up to early bird, November 17th, next Monday. Less than 4 days to enroll. Right now it's 997, 4 monthly payments of 267, and it's going to go up to 1997. So double the investment. So hop in, hop in, and get so many DMs from you ladies of like, I wish I found you earlier. Like, can I still get it for pre-sale? No. So you want to get in quicker. It's always going to be my fast incentive value for you ladies. The faster you enroll, the investment will be the lowest. So that is it, ladies. Oh my god, it's almost been 2 hours. Okay. Let's have a read. Hi, Brenda. What do you think about having no contact offered in the one-to-many offer? Yeah, 100%. Do no contact. You know, again, like do things how you want it to, how easy you want it to be. If you don't want a community, if you don't want to do one-on-one, don't have it. Like there's no rule. Again, like the value will still be there. You define the value, right? I've been in so many courses and so many things. Like there's no like community, no one-on-one coaching. Like I don't like, and it was amazing. Like I don't need to have that, right? You can if you feel aligned to it, but you don't have to. No, there's so many offers that I have seen as well where it's high ticket and there's no one-on-one. It's just courses or memberships or access to their trainings. Yeah, you don't need to have that. It's just, again, really coming back to like it's the value. It's not in how often can I talk to my clients. The value is not in like or the personalization, right? You can have a highly valuable offer, a course, whatever it is, a training, and have people invest in that and take a lot of value from that. And you don't even need to like be there. You don't need to be one-on-one. You don't need to go back and forth. Like you don't have to. Like if you want to, you can. If you want the support, you can. So that's it for today's live, ladies. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back for another one. Have a lovely rest of your week. Bye. Bye, Michelle.